Well done. Like that new field in the background
no
down in Yankton too, by the way. Welcome to our second edition of Football Friday. We've got some great games on tonight's schedule. I'm Mark Ovenden. This is Zach Borg.
Tonight's show and all season long is brought to you by Frisbees, and we start our coverage at Howard Wood Field. That's where the three-time defending 11 AAA state champion Washington Warriors hosted fourth-ranked Brandon Valley. Warriors driving on their first series, but Jordan Block with a great strip and Carter Olthoff recovers for the Lynx. However, Brandon Valley could not capitalize against a very stout Chad Statham defense. Look at this hit on the blind side by Trey Ponto.
Almost picked off.
Yeah, they did call it an incomplete pass. Brandon Valley has to punt a little bit later in the first quarter. I think we're going to be calling this guy's number a lot this year. Tupac Capella. You thought he was down, you thought wrong. 21-yard touchdown run. Warriors take a 7-0 lead after one. In the second quarter, Jaden Johansson, he's got an entirely new receiving core, and they look pretty good. Jacob Smith with a terrific grab. It was 13-0 at half. This one's still going. Right now it's Washington on top 21-7.
Now the O'Gorman Knights ranked number 2 in the preseason poll. They opened at the MAC against the Golden Eagles of Aberdeen. Opening drive, Zach Norton dumps it off to Tate Wishard, who rumbles through the Eagles on his way for a touchdown from 25 yards, and it's 7-0 OG. Aberdeen gets kind of tricky here. They try and tie the game. Brock Baker takes the pass, and then he throws, connecting with Jackson Rolfs, and the Golden Eagles down inside the 10-yard line, and Austin Huff is going to go to Rolfs. Game is all tied up at 7-7. And this was the debut of the new Aberdeen head coach, Mitch Kranz. He loved his defense on this play. Watch, they get to the quarterback, and the fumble pops right to Jared Hilzendegger, who runs it 20 yards for the score. Aberdeen with a 14-7 lead, but Shannon Papikas says, that's all right, settle down. Tegan Schlimgen to Canyon Bauer. Great touchdown catch. Ties the game up, and it's all OG after that. They win 51-14.
In the first game out of the wood, it was number 3 Roosevelt hosting Rapid City Stevens on the opening drive. Brady Dannenbring swings it to Mackie Muhammad. 10 yards later, he's into the end zone, and it's 6-0 Riders. Stevens' ensuing possession gets pretty interesting. Colton Hartford, their quarterback, he's in because their starter was suspended. Tip drill, and it's Ethan Winters coming away with the pick for the Riders. On the very next play, Dannenbring finds Tyler Feldkamp. You're going to hear his name a lot in the rest of this highlight. He goes over the middle and is gone. 61 yards, 13-0 Riders. Next possession, still in the first quarter, which lasted about an hour. Dannenbring going deep. Phenomenal catch and more moves at the goal line. 40 yards to Feldkamp. It's 20-0 after one. Second quarter, we see that Feldkamp can do it in other ways. Returning the punt, angling to the sidelines, deking a couple men out, and he's gonzo. 71 yards for the touchdown. What a day for him. Makes one more move at the goal line right there to get in the end zone. All Roosevelt. They take this one 48-19.
Now the Yankton Bucks opened the season tonight with a new coach at a new look field, and Nicole Griffith was there.
Hey Mark, Crane Youngworth Field has a beautiful new stadium, and it was a packed house in Yankton. But new head coach Brady Muth told me tonight was all about taking care of business against Brookings. First quarter, quarterback number 12 Ethan Wishon goes to the air. He finds number 2 Miles Sarda for the 30-yard touchdown. Bucks extend the lead 10-0. Then to the second quarter, Brookings number 5 Parker Beers spins off the defenders, breaks up the middle. He looks like he's going all the way, but Justin Kapp brings him down, keeping them off the scoreboard. Then later on the drive, Bobcats threatening, but Yankton's Corbin Solar with the pick in the end zone. Score still 10-0. But finally, watch this, 2 seconds on the clock till halftime. Wishon throws it up. It's bouncing around. Solar
touchdown.
Scoops it up for the touchdown. The Bucks 16-3 into half, but Brookings scores 21 points and wins 24-23.
All right, let's go to the scoreboard again. Brookings wins at 24-23. Harrisburg wins in Pierre 24-14. There's your Washington score in the third quarter. OG 51-14. Roosevelt and Huron both win big. And we got games tomorrow. Mitchell hosting Watertown, and Lincoln is in Rapid City to take on the Cobblers. On to the 11A ranks, where it was also opening night. And the Panthers of Dakota Valley are the top-ranked team in the preseason poll, and they showed why. They were in Dell Rapids tonight to play the always tough and fifth-rated Warriors. Sam Chesterman on the sweep. He's going to take it in, and it's 29-16 in the third quarter in favor of the Panthers. Dells comes back. Nick Bover with the handoff. 14 yards for the touchdown. It's 29-24. Looks like it's going to be a wild, close game, but Chesterman takes over after that. He gallops for 26 yards down to the 10-yard line. Next play, guess who? Chesterman again. 10 more yards for the touchdown. It's 35-24 at this point in favor of DV. Next series, Dakota Valley on fourth down. Nate Rice throws to guess who? Chesterman. 49-32. He had a lot of reason to be happy. Your final, they look like the top team in the state. In
Titans
11A.
of T-Area ranked third in the 11A preseason poll. They hosted 11-time state champion West Central. Kent Mueller's team had a pretty down season last year. They get on the top early with the passing game. Brock Haldeman to Jackson Miller for the score. And then on the first play of the second half, the Trojans getting some help from their normally stout defense, which was stout tonight. Mitchell Edberg recovers the fumble after the quarterback just gets hammered, and he's got nothing but green AstroTurf, or whatever they call it these days, ahead of him. It's 21-9 West Central. The Titans would not give up on their home field. Luke Elkins punching in a short touchdown to get back to within a score, but after a West Central fumble, Carter Slykehouse, watch this play, into your living room with this touchdown run. The Titans would score the game-winning touchdown with 2:23 to go, and they take a dramatic one, 30-24.
The Chargers of Sioux Falls Christian certainly looked like the top team in 11B last week with a 36-0 win over perennial powerhouse winner tonight, hosting Mobridge. Pollock Dawson Mulder had himself quite the night, gets the Chargers on the board with an 8-yard touchdown run. He had over 100 yards on the ground. He would keep it again, finding a hole. This time he goes 43 yards for the touchdown. And this time, believe it or not, they actually threw the ball tonight. He had 186 yards passing. Mulder, money through the air to Mitchell Goodberry.
Wow.
Mitchell's a good one. Right on the numbers. That would lead to Parker Nelson, a 7-yard touchdown run for Nelson, who had a monster game in the championship last year down at the Dome, and the Chargers rolled 39-0.
They've yet to give up a point. Two teams that had impressive wins last Friday meet in Garretson tonight. It's where the Blue Dragons hosted the Pheasants of Parker. Parker driving until Garretson knocks the ball free, and Corey Bryan comes away with the fumble recovery to stop the Parker drive. A little later in the first quarter, it's 3rd and long. Parker's Sam Gillespie throwing deep. Matt Van Vliet is fleet of feet. He goes all the way, 79 yards for the touchdown, and the Pheasants love their helmets and uniforms, by the way, go up 6-0. But here come the Blue Dragons. Brandon Mutter throws the screen to Trenton Carley, and this is what you call some good blocking and some good running. It's a well-executed screen, 59 yards to the house. Great game, goes to Garretson, 21-16.
And we saved two great matchups in Iowa for last. How about the number 2 team in Class 1A, West Sioux, against the number 3 team in Class 2A, Boyden Hull Rock Valley. And this game was in Hull, and the home fans had a lot to cheer about. Trey Heiser with a pick right there. The Nighthawks with some chances on special teams. Watch this punt. It's going to roll dead. Almost rolls dead. Pick it up. Go ahead. Pick it up. And a nice return. That's one of those plays where you better make it happen or the coach is going to be mad. He did. Quarterback J.T. Van Hull finding Cody Post for a touchdown, and they win it handily. Your final score, 42-16.
And finally, we've got the Beef Bowl in Rock Rapids. Central Lyon hosting 4th-ranked West Lyon, one of the best rivalries every year. And West Lyon will get on the board first. Darian Sterner with the interception, and he's going places, namely the painted grass in the end zone. It's a pick 6, and West Lyon, who certainly had to replace a lot of seniors last year, has a good start. They're up 6-0. Later in the quarter, though, it's Lucas Nagel hitting Carter Krull on the screen pass. He's got a convoy, and he'll shake and bake his way into the end zone. Central Lyon going up 7-6 on the long scoring play that just never seemed to end. Oh, this was a good one back and forth all night.
End zone too.
Yeah, second quarter, it's Logan Meyer getting the handoff, and he's breaking free for a long touchdown run. West Lyon going up 12-7, back and forth game all the way. Central Lyon on their next play will get Lucas Nagel with a long connection, to Zed Hymanson. It would be West Lyon, though, going on to get the victory 25-17.
Boyden Hull Rock Valley wins 42-16. Again, the highlight games that you're seeing here, Dakota Valley and